Merhaba and welcome to NBP Hotseat with Ibrahim Ababu. Today we will spotlight the Turkish nuclear energy market, and we are glad to welcome Ms. Gülcan Koca, who is a member of TESAB, which is the Association of Turkish Electricity Industry. TESAB is actively involved in international activities related to the development and competitiveness of electricity in Turkey. Ms. Koca has more than 20 years experience in thermal power plant system with the electricity generation company EÜAŞ. Additionally, Ms. Koca is involved in the Sinop nuclear power plant project, which is the second planned nuclear power project in Turkey after Akkuyu. In this role, Ms. Koca has been performing specific agreements negotiation, performing evaluation of feasibility studies in part of the technical side, plant design activities, request for proposal, and contracting activities. Welcome, Ms. Koca. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you. Hello. I would like to also, first of all, hello, Selam, and I would like to thank you for this kind talking. It's a pleasure for me also. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. The pleasure is ours. First question: what is TESAB and the relationship with EÜAŞ?
EÜAŞ Electricity Generation Company. It is short name. We say EÜAŞ. So I use generally EÜAŞ.
Yes, sure.
It is first explanation because before your questions. TESAB also is short name of the Association of Turkish Electricity Industry. So TESAB was founded in accordance with its law and the ministerial decree dated June 2005. It is ruled by law on associations being allowed to participate actively in international activities related to development and competitiveness of the electricity. So it is member of Euroelectric and relation with European Union. So main objective of the association are to examine the questions related directly or indirectly to generation, transmission, distribution, wholesale, retail sale, service, export, import, and consumption of electricity, and more specifically on the relevant social, political, technical, legal, and institutional issues, and to give guidances to its members in addressing to their actual problems in those mentioned areas. Additionally, within the restructuring approach in integration with the European Union to review the station and issue of all public and private companies in the Turkish electricity sector and to assist them in this process. EÜAŞ Electricity Generation Company, it is public company, state-owned company in Turkey. So it is member of in TESAB, such as Akkuyu NPP Enerji, Akkuyu Enerji, Akkuyu Enerji, Enerjisa Enerji. These are big companies in energy companies in Turkey. Maybe exceptional. Our general manager, Dr. İzzet Alagöz, is board of director of the association. That's it.
Thank you. Very interesting indeed. And to follow up on this, if I'm not mistaken, TESAB prepares an SMR book. What's the purpose and the importance of this book?
Yes. As a Euroelectric TESAB, TESAB follows all Euroelectric activities directly in Turkey. So I am chair of in thermal and nuclear working group, Euroelectric Turkiye working group. So as a Euroelectric Türkiye Thermal and Nuclear Working Group, when we started to do our activities, working activities in Turkey, I have made a presentation about European Green Deal, beginning of this working group activity. So, what is it, and how will affect our energy sector and all our systems? So, during my research, I have noticed and also explained in my presentation. You know maybe very well. Green Deal says give up fossil fuels and build renewable systems because of amount of carbon in the fuels. However, we all know capacity factor of the renewable systems are too low, so we couldn't use every day because of geographical conditions of the renewable system. So clean energy systems such as natural and nuclear energy systems are becoming prominent. But natural gas is important, and investment cost of nuclear energy is too high, you know. Therefore, SMR technologies are coming to forefront of the SME system. So, at this point, we, as volunteer working group members, decided to prepare a report, about SMR. What is it? Which countries are engaged in systems, or which companies? Not only countries, maybe some different designers. There are many different designers. So, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Blah blah blah. So, we started to prepare our report, but end of the day, our report has been published as a book by TESAB, and it is a product of our working group. So, in last year, it was published last year. So we are trying to introduce our book because it is first book. It is first book in Turkish language, kind of this book about SMR. So we are trying to introduce some platforms.
And it is only in Turkish language, or is there a version in English?
Yes, only Turkish. Only Turkish.
I understand. And people who would like to get a copy.
I am sorry, SMR informations are limited because many designers are newly starting to develop and develop. So because of that reason, some information about SMRs and some typical technical or some different information are too limited. Yes. It depends on nuclear countries and designer companies.
Yes.
So because of that reason, only Turkish.
I totally agree, and I hear that from almost every country that is looking to introduce nuclear power, that SMR companies or developers are lacking engagement. They're not engaging with countries. They're not present enough to share their information with potential clients in the future. And the main source of information is through the IEA.
No.
And staying on the SMR matters, is the Turkish market only focusing on large reactors, or is Turkey open to considering SMRs also for future nuclear addition?
Yes, I think yes or no. It depends on conditions. For nuclear energy sector, Turkey started to carry out nuclear activities in 1955 by establishing Atomic Energy Agency. Former, maybe you know or you heard, TAEK, Turkish Atomic Energy Agency. Now, Nuclear Regulatory Agency, NER, and also TENMAK. This company has been divided to different companies. One of them is Nuclear Regulatory Agency and the other one, TENMAK. So, like the other countries, Turkey aimed firstly to build large-scale nuclear power plants. Unfortunately, Turkey could not realize the target until signing of the intergovernmental agreement of Akkuyu NPP project. Maybe you know, Akkuyu NPP project intergovernmental agreement is first in the world. This kind of effort to build NPP. So you know, Akkuyu is first project in our country. So all energy activities in Turkey, including nuclear, have been coordinated and managed by our Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources. Shortly, I say MENR, Ministry of Energy. I say MENR shortly. So, as we know, depending on decision and strategies of our MENR, Ministry of Energy, all related institutions and entities in energy sector will act accordingly of the MENR decision. So, if MENR says yes, our country's strategy is to build large or small ones, yes, we act the decision. We are depending on MENR decision and strategy.
I see.
So for second one, Turkey follows current affairs and all developments from economical and technology. So therefore, related to SMR activities, former EÜAŞ International ICC, now its name changed, Türkiye Nuclear Energy Company, TÜNAŞ, and UK Rolls-Royce signed a memorandum of understanding to evaluate the technical, economical, and legal applicability of SMR in March 2020. So, according to the MOU, the parties would also consider the possibility of joint production of SMRs to underpin clean economic growth. But unfortunately, due to pandemic conditions, this process has been affected. On the other side, Figes company, as it is a private company, has engaged in SMR systems and involved in some research activities as a part of SMR project. So yes, or no, depending on conditions, Turkey has followed all technological developments.
Yes, it's very interesting. And to summarize what you said, so basically, there is no official stand on SMR in Turkey, but there is some activities that are going on regarding SMR. And this time, from your opinion, in your opinion, what role can SMR play in the Turkish market? And what advantages do you see for SMRs in the country?
Yes. During the writing our book, we search approx 10 countries and 10 designers about SMRs. So I have some idea about the SMRs. So firstly, it is not, as you know, it is not commercial now, but we are following the all developments. So, as you know, our world has faced global warming problems, or we say climate change problem. Both of words are we use both of them. So all countries are trying to struggle and tackle with the problem. So for this reason, new technologies are being researching and developing. SMR systems are one of the new technologies. So they are very beginning of the energy sector. So according to designers in nuclear energy area, these systems can be used for generation electricity, desalination, heating, especially in building, processes, blah blah. So according to explanation of the designers, SMRs can play a role in Turkish market. If we think geography of Turkey, you know, Turkey is a bridge between Asia and Europe. So Turkey can be a hub for some point. So then they can be created a new industry sector. On the other side, due to climate change, maybe we can face freshwater problems or food shortage or extreme cold or hot weather conditions. So SMR systems can be a solution for kind of this problem. Maybe we can use this system. And SMRs can be used in hybrid system in order to achieve more efficiency, especially industry area, especially in Turkey. Maybe you know, we say Marmara region, Marmara bölgesi in Turkish. Marmara region, we have many industrial cities, Istanbul, Kocaeli, Bursa. So these SMR systems focusing on the industrial system, and there are many people living in the cities because of industrial cities. So SMRs can be used in this region. Maybe desalination, Marmara Sea on the other side. Marmara Sea can be used for desalination system, for food growing, renewable systems, for hybrid systems. So maybe we can focus on Marmara region, and it can be advantage using in an area.
I see, and I agree with you. SMRs could be a good alternative. And my final question, my last question, would be again about your opinion on how do you envision the future of nuclear power beyond Akkuyu NPP?
Yes, Akkuyu is a good project for Turkey. As I mentioned before, Turkey has engaged in nuclear activities for many years. Turkey has some strong companies and institutions. I have mentioned also MENR, Nuclear Energy Department, Nuclear Regulatory Agency, TENMAK, our company, EÜAŞ, and sub-company TÜNAŞ. So these companies have strong legislation, and Turkey focused on the first reactor building in 2010. So Akkuyu Intergovernmental Agreement was signed in this year. Right after, for the second NPP project, it is Sinop site, Sinop project, Sinop NPP project. So EÜAŞ and Japan Consortium means MHI, NG, and EÜAŞ, have signed intergovernmental agreement. EÜAŞ and Japan Consortium have performed feasibility studies in the Sinop site, but Sinop NPP project has not been feasible. So now we are waiting the maybe new project for this site. But this site is feasible in terms of technical, depending on technology. So it can be used for the second NPP, in my personal comment, other than Akkuyu project. So Turkey can carry out the second one, but it depends on social, economical, technical, blah conditions. But yes, it can be go on nuclear activities other than Akkuyu. But firstly, we wait Akkuyu NPP project. It is first one for our country, so we are excited.
Yes. And it is by just by reaching the commissioning of Akkuyu in the coming months. That's an achievement for Turkey and for many other countries in the region that are looking to develop nuclear, and they could take an example on you. And so that was my last question. Thank you once again for this passionate discussion. Turkey, as I said, is and could be an example for other newcomer countries who are thinking about introducing nuclear power in their energy mix. I believe the future is bright for nuclear in Turkey. So for those who are keen to learn more about nuclear energy development in Turkey, NBP together with NUTED, the Turkish TSO, will be hosting a conference on the Turkish market from 6 to 8 November, which will include a site visit to Akkuyu nuclear power plant. So for anyone who's interested, do visit our website for more information. Stay tuned for our next episode of NBP Hotseat. Thank you very much.